Team of the week for round one of the July internationals. What an absolute feast of rugby it's been. So many players putting in brilliant performances, making it very, very hard to pick a 23 of the week. So it'll be almost impossible for us to agree on every position. So please let me know what you think in the chat as I go through. As I say, 1 to 23. Quite often people do a best 15, but rugby's a 23-man game more than ever. So I reflect that with a full 23. If you appreciate the content on the channel, drop a little thumbs up on the video. Takes you no time, costs you no money, but it really helps. But most importantly, leave your comment down below. Number 1, Ox Nche, who absolutely atomised the Italian scrum. Had it on roller skates, and for that, whilst it was a frustrating Springbok performance, that's the word that Rassie Erasmus used after the game, it was a win, and that win was built on a dominant set piece. Loosehead prop, backup, Pierre Schoeman, who is probably still third choice loosehead prop for the British and Irish Lions. That is the quality in that position. Ellis Genge has been brilliant. Andrew Porter's great, obviously. Pierre Schoeman put in a performance, and he is trying to earn a spot in that Test 23, and he was very, very good. Another frustrating performance for the team that won against the Waratahs. Meanwhile, someone who would have probably backed himself that he should have been on the Lions tour in Australia. He gave a proper leader's performance for England. Jamie George, the arrows at line-out time were brilliant. The way he managed the referee was outstanding, and he inspired his team to the performance of the weekend. England absolutely smoking Argentina on home soil. So Jamie George gets the hooker spot, backed up by Malcolm Marks. Again, just the way that the scrum and the set piece in general from South Africa took Italy to pieces warrants Malcolm Marks' selection alongside Quadzilla himself, Vilko Low, marmalising Italy. He's in. And Joe Hayes back to England. I have to say Finn Baxter and Joe Hayes both put in outstanding performances, bearing in mind Ellis Genge and Will Stewart, the starting choices in the front row for England. The backups stepped up. And the new breed of props coming through with Asher Opoku Fajor as well, coming off the bench in this one. In a good place. To second row then. Again, if there's other players I should have mentioned, please do let me know. Get stuck in the chat. Scott Cummings, again, much like his countryman Pierre Schoeman, he had to put in a big performance. He would have been disappointed with his game previously, and it was a massive shift. Scott Cummings has got a giant engine, and he's a really good line-out operator, and he showed both of those things. And Fabian Holland, what a promising debut it was for the big man. And he is a big old unit. And threw his weight around, put in an 80-minute shift. Line out was tidy. He looks like an international rugby player. Does Fabian Holland? We're going to be seeing plenty of him in the future. And as New Zealand are just rebuilding following Whitelock and Brodie Retilloch, Fabian Holland is he's one of the heirs to one of those thrones. It looks like at this early stage. Into the back row then. Seriously competitive, as it always is. But Alexander Fisher, oh my days, what a shift he put in. I'll come to it. At the very end, I will pick my players of the weekend overall out of everyone that was on show. There were some serious shots going in from Alexander Fisher. Bearing in mind, you know what, you think of the French back row, you think of Gelonch, you think of Olivon still, Aldrit, and Kroos. He's sort of right down the pecking order. My goodness, the France next gen are awesome. And he was. Ryan Baird, give a shout for him. And Ben Curry, I thought was outstanding for England as well. In the 7 jersey, Manuel Zuliani for Italy. He was basically a one-man show for Italy. He is coming of age big time on the international stage. And he was outstanding away in South Africa. The guy opposite him in the number 7 shirt for South Africa is worth a shout. Vincent Tachuka looked every bit the international player. He was really, really good. Sam Underhill was great. Gavin Coombs and Nick Timoney for Ireland. Really strong performances. And I thought Fraser McWright was excellent for Australia as well. So it's really, really hard to pick. And it just goes to show how good and how highly I rate Zuliani, that he was above all of those great names in the team that I've picked. And to round off the pack, Tom Willis for England. England's back row stocks are ridiculous. Tom Willis, just heavy carries. You need this at international rugby. Think about the great rugby teams think, Tom Willis has got a kind of Dwayne Vermeulen quality, and because he can carry heavy yards, he'll always get over the gain line, and that is so important for a team to get on the front foot. But he's got skills as well. He is an international class player, and it was really hard picking the number 8 because Michael Guillard of France was outstanding as well. And I've got him on the bench. He can play in the second row, but he looks brilliant at number 8 for France. He is another player who is just a test match animal, international class, and he is just growing on the international stage. Was huge against New Zealand. Unlucky not to be in the starting team in the team of the week, but I've got him on the bench alongside Kylian Tixeron. So new to international rugby that there's hardly any pictures of him in French stash. So sorry to Kylian for that. Not a great picture of him. But man alive, he took some names defensively. So, yeah, those are the guys that get in. That is the pack. Really hard to pick, particularly the back row. Let me know what you think. Let's move into the back line. And Simeone Korovole was Fiji's man of the match in a game that they very, very nearly could have won against Australia. And Korovole was at the heart of everything good. He set up the try for Vainikolo, which put them in the lead. Unfortunately, they lost the game in the end, but not without, and talking of great pictures, that's the best of the lot today. I'm afraid it's not getting better than that. Backing him up, Morne Vandenberg, man of the match performance in the game in Pretoria. And that number 9 jersey for the Box is up for grabs. Could be Grant Williams's. Faf de Klerk made his comeback in this game to the Test Arena. And you've obviously got Cobus Reinach's been around the block. Jaden Hendrickse will probably back himself, but we'll see about that. They've got options, but no one is really grabbing the 9 jersey. Morne Vandenberg, that was a big performance from him with that as the backdrop. George Ford, take about 100 caps, centurion for England, drop goals, tactical kicking, getting the attack flowing, taking the ball to the line, picking the right options. He was flawless against Argentina. I mean, talk about depth. There might not be another international team that have the depth in quality at fly half. Finn Smith, Marcus Smith, George Ford, Owen Farrell. 4 absolutely immense fly halves. George Ford is playing as well as he ever has in that game against Argentina. On his 100th appearance, congratulations. To the centre then. Oh no, sorry. Backing up George Ford firstly. Beauden Barrett was really, really good against New Zealand. Got them going, got them on the front foot. And, without Richie Mwanga, and when a lot of people are saying, we need to get one of these new lads in, and no, Beauden Barrett is just class. So I'd have him in my matchday squad every time, and he's there in the team of the week. Lenny Kitau, an Australian, has made it. Not a great performance from Australia. Lenny Kitau carried so many times and so hard. Could have gone to Sione Tuipulotu for the Lions. Could have gone to Damien Dialende for South Africa. It's gone to Lenny Kitau. Outside him, though, Hugh Jones, 2 tries. That Hewitt-Polotu combination did work beautifully. Jones showed pace, showed footwork, showed the ability to get over the gain line as well. I'll give a shout for Emilien Gaetan for France, who I thought was very good too. That's the centres wrapped up to the wings. There is no one that works harder on his wing or off his wing, just going looking for work, than Kurt Lee Arendse. And whether it was wheels and step and strength to finish, or whether it was just sheer determination to not let a try go in his corner at the other end, try saving tackles, tries scored. Kurt Lee Arendse, in a poor Bok performance by their very, very high standards, or frustrating performance anyway, poor second half, Kurt Lee Arendse was immense. Will Jordan on the other wing, who he just has it. Whatever it is, this guy, he's just got it. And he was moved after 1 minute from fullback to the wing, and he operated there brilliantly. A shout for Gita Vainikolo, for Tom Roebuck, who were both really good on the wing and could have easily been in the team any other week, but there was just a lot of good performances on the wing, so Will Jordan gets him for me. And to round off the starting 15, Teo Atisogbe, player. No Thomas Ramos, no Melvin Jaminet, no Leo Barret, no Roman Burros, no worries. Teo Atisogbe. France have got some ridiculous young talent, and he's right up there. Another player who, the higher the stage he plays on, just seems to take it in his stride. they're doing something right with their youngsters in France. Théo Sogby was brilliant. And on the bench to round things off, Tommy O'Brien for Ireland, an Irish representative. I've given a shout for Gavin Coombs, for Nick Timoney, who I thought were really good. Ryan Baird as well, I think I gave a shout for. Tommy O'Brien, the pick of the players in that game between Ireland and Georgia. A couple of tries. Should have probably had a hat-trick. Really, really promising. That was debut for him as well, wasn't it? So, yeah, with Mac Hansen and James Lowe away with the Lions, Tommy O'Brien very much taking his opportunity and taking his club form onto the international arena. And there you go, just to confirm it. There is the 23. 4 players for England, 5 players for South Africa, 3 Lions, all of them from Scotland as well, interestingly. There's a day for the Scots for the Lions. 3 New Zealanders, 4 French players, an Irishman and an Italian. Oh, and an Aussie. So quite a spread. And a Fijian. So, yeah, quite a spread. Really, really hard to pick that 23 because the quality of performances out there were brilliant. A lot of favourites underperforming a little bit. A lot of underdogs doing really well. France and England were probably the 2 best performances, although France didn't get the result. They sort of defied the critics the most, but some classy individuals doing their bit for their team, even when the performance of the team wasn't that great. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back for more reaction to the weekend's rugby, and hopefully you'll be back on the channel soon. Hit subscribe so you don't miss anything, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.